You're live. Woo! What's up to everybody who watches the replay? Thanks for clicking the video. Stay tuned. We're just waiting for some people to get in here, answer some questions. I'm going to fix my ring light right now. Okay, I should be pretty dialed there. Oh, I've got a viewer. Nice. I wonder if we would get more. Maybe it's you, Joey, but maybe we would get more if we went live at night. I think that's the move. Go live at night. Maybe do some streams of us playing Call of Duty together. Answer some business questions while ripping kids on COD. Welcome, everyone. Ask me questions on building a remote cleaning business. I'll be happy to answer them. Got 4 people in here. Throw in where you're from in the chat. This is an interactive stream, guys, okay? This isn't your normal, this is not a video game stream, okay, where I'm sitting here and doing something. I'm here to give you guys sauce, give you guys game. I'm going to be here for probably 30 or so minutes, so anything you want to know business related or, I don't know, living in Vegas, whatever you guys want to talk about. Hello. Is the latest video you said acquiring customers is the easy part? How is it not marketing? Just passing through to say hello. Use the company to get started last November. Hit on 18K revenue in June. They're legit. Daryl, what's up, man? Long time no talk. I hope you're doing well, dude. Congrats on 18K in revenue. Why are you not an accelerator, brother? AAK, I got a couple questions in here. What's up, Joey? Okay, it's filling up here. All right, AH. In the latest video, you said acquiring customers is the easy part. How is it not marketing? Can you clarify your question? Because when I say acquiring customers is the easy part, that to me, that's marketing. That means marketing. So can you clarify? And then Pina Colada, can independent contractors wear branded uniforms if they agree to it? So yes, but no. So they can, even if they agree to it, though, they could still come back to you and say, hey, I'm acting as an employee, and you want to avoid that. And so the way you avoid that is by paying them an advertising fee, right? So maybe you onboard your independent contractor at, say, 40% of every job. You give them 40% of every job. Well, you can say, if I give you a 5% advertising fee on top of your 40%, will you wear my uniform? Then you can legally send an independent contractor a branded uniform. That's how Uber gets away with it. That's how Amazon gets away with it. So that's some next level stuff. I actually just learned that a few months ago. I thought you could just not do that. And then I met a guy that runs a $20 million a year independent contractor home service business. And he put me on that. Yeah. I like, how is getting customers easy? I would think that's a difficult part. Yeah, and most people do, right? But the thing is like, look behind me. You see all these buildings? They all get dirty. They all need cleaning. Cleaning is such an in-demand, proven industry that people are going to always need, right? And so knowing that, it's your job to do the basics of getting the reviews, opening up different marketing channels, and the leads will eventually come. It might not be instant, but they'll come. The hardest part in order to grow your business in this industry is getting good cleaners. Because if you get good cleaners, that actually helps out your marketing, because if you send a good cleaner to a job, well, then guess what? They're going to do a good job. Customers going to like them. They're going to be happy. They're going to be more inclined to book another service, right? So maybe they turn into a bi-weekly, weekly, monthly customer. So now you spent money once to acquire a customer, and now they're paying you over and over and over again just because you decided to get really good at hiring. Not only that, but it increases the likelihood that you actually get a review, which will thus increase your organic search ranking over time on things like Google or Facebook or Yelp. And it's the main part you should focus on, right? Early on, like, yeah, you want to be getting leads and doing your best to get the leads in, but on a long enough time horizon, if you just worried about getting good cleaners and staffing good cleaners, you would solve 90% of your problems. SB, what's the best offer you would suggest getting people signed up for recurring services? So it's like what I just said. So lots of times, like you can say whatever you want to try to book recurring, but people won't do it. And it all depends on how well the cleaner does, right? And so it's on you to, one, send a good cleaner to the job to increase the likelihood that they actually book for recurring. Two, when you do the quality control check and you say, hey, how was the service? Was it good? Yeah, it was great. Okay, awesome. Let's get you signed up for biweekly. I'm going for an assumed close, right? Let's get you signed up tentatively for 2 weeks out. Sound good? Yes. If they say no, well, I want to know why no. Is it just like a pricing thing, timing thing? Is your house still clean? Like what is it? Find out what that is. And if they still don't want to book, then you put it in your notes in your system to follow up with them by text and email every 2 weeks until they tell you to fuck off. Excuse my language, but that's, you spent money to acquire this person. I'm going to try to juice the lifetime value out of them every time. Can your business be listed on GMB for multiple cities or states with that same GMB profile? No, you're gonna have to register a different GMB for another city if you wanted to open up another one. But you can name it the same. Yeah, that's fine. I want to make 10K profit this year. I'm thinking this is the business model to do that. I mean, dude, 10K profit is very conservative goal, right? It's a great goal. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a bad goal, but it's very conservative, right? Like if you were to get up and running, you still have 6 months in this whole year. We're just entering the back half of the year, and you have plenty of time to get this thing up and running and to 10K a month in profit. Really, that's only 20, 25K of revenue total to make that much money. It's not that much. And actually, I'm doing a free masterclass tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East, where I go from like super in depth, how to start, how to scale it, how to grow it. And it's free and it's live. So kind of just like this, except I have a bunch of slides and a bunch of sauce and a bunch of free gifts for you guys. So if you do come, I can give you all those free gifts and make it really easy for you to start one of these businesses, and it's free. So the link is in the description below. I can have Joey plug the link, but I'll put it right here for you guys too, just so you have it. And then what else? What else do we have? So Michael, how you doing? Organic. Let's see here. Here's the link right here. There you go, guys. Legend himself 24. What's good, man? Michael, what's up? What's up? We got a good group in here, guys. Keep it going. Keep it going with the questions. What you got for me? And if you could, guys, it helps me in the algorithm. Hit the like button if you're getting some value, if you're liking the stream. If you love American and freedom, then like the live 100%. Or if you're in Canada, I know Canada Day's today, and if you're watching this on Canada Day, then much appreciated. How many cleans a day is 25K revenue, if you know? Yeah, 25K. I mean, average deep cleaning is about 370, at least in Marion Mop. So I'll pull data on Marion Mop. So assuming it's just all deep cleans to make numbers simple, you're looking at anywhere between 50 to 70 cleans, depending on your pricing. Not that much, really not that much. And some of those can be recurring. How can you scale from 10K to 10 to 15K to 30K? So the difference between having a 10 to 15K a month business to a 30K a month business SB is really not that much. It's really going to come down to lead flow and how many leads you're actually getting into the business, right? And so from 0 to 50, 60K, I'm just focusing on customer acquisition and recruiting. Customer acquisition. Customer acquisition is made pretty easy at the beginning if you turn on local service ads and it hits. If it doesn't, you're going to have to spend a little bit more time to build an organic presence in your neighborhood and things like local Facebook groups, next door groups, stuff like that, and getting to know your neighbors and getting them to vouch for your service so you can get leads. But Other than that, your time's going to be spent screening cleaners, and then around that 20K mark, you're going to hire someone to start answering the phone calls for you. So then you're going to be delegating off all of the tasks of taking the phone calls, booking the jobs, doing the quality assurance checks. Eventually, you could even pass off the hiring if you wanted to. But really, from 10 to 15K to 30K, there's not big of a difference other than maybe you have someone answering the phone calls now, and you're continuing to scale whatever your main source of customer acquisition is. How can you scale a cleaning business 20 million a year in one city like Chicago? So that's going to be done through multiple customer verticals, not just acquisition channels, but verticals, right? So you're going to want to build a big base of residential customers. You're going to want to start landing some big contracts, janitorial contracts. And then you're also going to want to have some good relationships with short-term rental owners, people who have turnovers all the time, right? So think about, someone who's got 10 Airbnbs in Chicago. Maybe they're turning over 2 times a week, 3 times a week, 1 time a week per each property. Well, each property needs to be cleaned every time it turns over because you've got people coming out, new people coming in. New people obviously don't want to stay in a dirty place, so they need to have it cleaned. And the largest cost for Airbnb and short-term rental owners is cleaning. And so knowing that, if you can get in all 3 of those segments, it gives you a good opportunity to build a big business in a big city. And Chicago is the second, third largest metro in the United States. You can build a massive company there. Should you start this business with 3 other people? Hell no, you should not start this business with 3 other people. And you know why? Because there's just not going to be enough margin there, and there's not going to be enough things for you to do. Max 2, but I recommend just by yourself. Residential or commercial, I recommend residential to start because you get paid same day. And so your cash conversion is very low compared to something like commercial where you might get paid out on net 15, net 30, while you have to pay cleaners that day, right? So say you have a commercial job in a week, you pay $1,000 to your cleaners. Well, now you got to wait for that money to come in 2-3 weeks out before, and then you're paying the cleaners out of your own pocket, right? And so it creates bad cash flow. Should I start this business? I already answered that question. Yeah, guys, I'm going really in depth though on how to start one of these businesses. It's free, live masterclass. I got some slides. I got a bunch of freebies for you guys at 4 p.m. Pacific. I'll put the link in here again. I don't know why it's pasting it twice. If there are young people wanting to start a business from an age under 18, could they name their company Little Dudes? Yeah. You can absolutely name your company Little Dudes. I love it. I'm laughing because I love it. That's a great idea. Especially if you're doing a service business, right? Like, I don't recommend you go and start hiring people that young. I recommend you go out and like sling the services yourself, right? If you're doing like landscaping, let's say you're going door to door selling landscaping services. Well, then you just do the work yourself and pocket the cash, and you'll walk into your senior year making more money than all your friends. I took the leap and bought your course back in January. Never bought a course online due to past limiting beliefs of not spending money on myself in fear of scams. I gotta say it was worth the money. Legend himself. What's your name? Which one? What's like your actual name? Had no mentors in business and pretty fast tracked me in the business. Was an employee, not a business owner. This is nuts. I appreciate the love, Legend. I'll send some hearts. Appreciate it, man. I'm only hiring little dudes for my future cleans. No, seriously, dude. You come out with a company called Little Dudes run by a high schooler. I'm 100% buying their services. Thanks for sharing, Legend. You don't have to yell though. No, Legend, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome. I'm happy to hear that you're getting value and that you're seeing success. Message me on Slack. You don't have to tell me what your name is, but message me on Slack because you're probably still in HSA, right? What's your opinion on Google Ads, not LSA? I don't like Google Ads. It's very tough because the customer acquisition cost on ads is very, very high. I've yet to see anybody in cleaning make it work. I've seen people make Facebook work really well, but not Google Ads. I wouldn't recommend it though until you get to past $1 million a year and you really, really know what your customer acquisition cost is, so you can test it and be okay with losing some money. Startup cost $300 to $500. You've got Booking Koala. You've got open Booking Koala to store your customer information, book your jobs, schedule your cleaners, onboard your cleaners. Open Phone because you don't want to be mixing your personal phone number with business. And then you can put that business phone number on things like Google Business Profile, Facebook, Yelp. And then you're going to need insurance in the case that the cleaners you have don't want to use insurance or they mess up. Just as a cover your ass policy, that's 60 to 80 bucks. General liability insurance, you can get it on Thimble or Next. And then you're going to need the cost to file an LLC in whatever state you live in. And then G Suite, your email, 15 bucks, QuickBooks, 10 bucks. 300 to 500 though, a couple $100 for marketing. How did you hire your first cleaner? Oh, Cycliste is back. What's up, man? How long does it take to scale to 1 million from scratch? That's a tough question to answer, man, because it's like I've seen people do it in a year. I've seen people do it as fast as, within a year. I've seen people do it in 18 months. I've seen people take 5 years. It all just depends how much work you put in, how much effort you put in, and how bad you want it, really. Cleaning is such a proven industry. If you come in here and you dial it in and you start opening up all the different customer acquisition channels, you start cold calling, you start building relationships with carpet cleaners and general contractors and home builders, and you're getting all these referrals, plus you're running ads, and you have a solid reputation in your local community, and you can staff the cleaners quick enough to cover all those jobs. I mean, very simply put, that's how you grow the business. We've got a lot of questions here, guys. How did you hire your first cleaner? Just Indeed. Post a job posting on Indeed. I'll be giving you guys a free job posting template actually on the masterclass tonight at 4 p.m. So you guys can click the link in the description, join that. I know Cyclista was there last time. He was able to get that. Should you have a... Let me put it in there for you guys. Hold on. I'm getting to your questions, guys. There's a lot in here. One second. Here's the link for the live masterclass tonight, by the way. Secure your spot right there. Just click that link. Give you guys some free stuff. Walk you through starting and scaling one of these. Should you have a website with scheduling on it, or did you create a Facebook page and market that? Yeah, absolutely have a website. That's why I like Booking Koala, because it has a website builder in it, and it's super simple to fire up a website really quick for the cost of the software, and then it automatically integrates your booking forms in there, right? So it's very simple to do that. Highly recommend, because there's segments of customers in cleaning that want to call and book, and then there's another segment that just wants to book online and not actually talk to anyone, believe it or not. Now, me, I just like to call for services. Like, that's just how I do things. But there's actually a huge segment of customer who just wants to book online and have someone show up and do the job. Do you recommend doing the quality check for the cleaning work for Airbnb turnover, or being there during the job? It's 15 minutes away from where I live. I would say it depends. If it's your first Airbnb and you want to make sure it goes well, then show up. If it's, it's probably worth your time, especially if they're giving you multiple Airbnbs. But once you start doing this for a while, Cyclista, you'll be really confident. You don't have to go do in person. But if it's your first time, I would say go ahead. Had to advertise a premium home cleaning service on Facebook ads. So there's a couple things that we've found that work really well. One is doing a $49 kitchen clean, right? So you advertise a $49 kitchen clean. That's it. I'm just gonna clean the kitchen for $49. It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Oh, someone's gonna come in and clean my kitchen for $49. Seems too good to be true, right? They call and it's no, it's not too good to be true. Cleaner gets there. Then when the cleaner gets there, you and they're about to finish, you call and you upsell them. And so now you probably break even on your acquisition cost for the customer, but with the clean, but then you upsell and that turns into your profit. And then ideally you convert them to a recurring client. Another one that works is a free deep clean applied over 5 different cleans. There's a company in Bozeman, Montana that runs that offer and rips it. They do $2 million a year. Why don't I sell my own software for cleaning businesses that use Booking Koala? Because I run a coaching business and education business, and I don't think it would really serve our team as far as the employees that work at Home Service Academy right now, and also all of our clients, given that we aren't a software company. Although there is a huge opportunity for us to do that, just because of the sheer amount of cleaning businesses that we've started at this point. But so it is something that we have planned potentially in the future, just not at the moment. We don't want to get too distracted because we're all in Home Service Academy right now. How do we make the best product, give the best service, and ultimately grow Accelerator and start buying some of those companies up? What do you think about Yelp ads? Yelp ads are amazing if you're in California. Only if you're in California, though. We scaled Orange Window Cleaning and Marrying them up at the beginning off of Yelp ads because we were in California. We didn't even use LSA. LSA wasn't a thing when we were running the business, when we were running Orange Window Cleaning. And then we launched Marrying them up with $2,000 of Yelp spent on a credit card and returned 8 grand. No, sorry, 12 grand of revenue with 4 grand of profit after paying the cleaners and the ads. Your toughest part during the scaling, Randall, the toughest part by far, dude, is going to be the hiring and recruiting. Most people suck at it. Most people don't want to do it because it's boring. But if you can get good at that, that solves almost all your problems. Yeah, booking quality. Joey's our moderator here. Joey's our content director, actually. He's the one behind the scenes making all those thumbnails if you guys watch the channel. So shout out, Joey. Yeah, of course, like Lisa. Is booking quality good for WordPress websites? I want to say they integrate with Wix. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. At the beginning, anyways, your website's not as important and it doesn't need to be super optimized because you're not driving a ton of traffic to it, right? You're optimizing your LSA for phone calls anyways. And so I would just say get up to 20K, 30K a month before you start thinking super heavily on like, how do I optimize my website? Casper, is HSA provide automation set up for GitHub or Go High Level? GitHub or Go High Level. Also, does HSA provide landing pages? I mean, we have some snapshots in there. We don't like to roll out Go High Level at the beginning, just because a lot of people we work with have never started a business, let alone used a CRM before. And Booking Qual does have some CRM functionality where it's good enough to get started, right? And our goal is, as a coaching and education business, it's let's get results. And so we don't want to overwhelm people with the setup of GHL just because GHL, I mean, if you use GHL, the fact that you're asking this, I assume you do, you know that it can be a pain in the ass to learn. But if you're someone who's more advanced and wants to use that kind of stuff, then we've got a ton of clients using it and crushing with it. How often are you having to find new subcontractors for cleaning? Do you go through them often? What's LSA? Yeah, I would say it depends. I mean, we're pretty good at screening and onboarding. So when we do make an offer to someone, we do have good cleaner retention. At Marrying them up, we've had cleaners since we've started that are still there. So I'd say not often, but if you ask me the average HSA client, I would say they're probably first thanks I've heard in 40 years. Thank you, Johnny. He's lying. I tell him thank you all the time. Make me look like a bad boss, dude. How do you yeah, to answer your question, no, go back to it. It's going to be I would say as you start to get up and running, like you're gonna go through some different cleaners, especially if you're struggling with lead flow. You might have some churn out because they expected more jobs, but that's just the name of the game. Don't have any scarcity when it comes to hiring cleaners because they're super abundant, right? Anybody can go to Home Depot and buy some cleaning supplies. How many LSA can we create in one region? It's tied to your Google Business Profile. So as many Google Business Profiles as you want to create, but it's not worth it creating more than one if you're just servicing a small area. Yeah, forget about Yelp since you're in Pennsylvania. Don't even worry about it. Why Yelp reviews don't stick? They're gonna sit there and blame the algorithm. SB. I don't know what it is, dude. I've tried. I've literally hired someone at HSA that worked at Yelp that was high up in Yelp, and they worked for HSA for just under a year. And I even tried to get it out of him when he worked at Home Service Academy, and he he didn't have an answer either. So I don't know. Group interviews is actually a good point, Legend. Group interviews is something we do even for employees at HSA, and I've never really thought of it as it applied to cleaning companies, but it would make sense, and it shows you who's kind of hungry and who's going to stick out and actually like want the job. So that's the benefit of group interviews, and yeah, it saves a ton of time. A good percentage to shoot for on 100 new bookings. 1 star stick, very good. Yeah, no, you're not lying, SB. You're really not lying. Imagine you get 100 bookings. What's the percentage of them that will be recurring from the get-go? Again, it depends. I'll give you the target of what it should be, 20 to 30%. You're golden. Any higher, obviously, that's way better. But that's going to be dependent on how good your cleaners are and how good you are at setting expectations and how good you are at following up and nurturing your client list through text and email. How do you determine locations for startup? It's a good question. I would say there's a couple things. There's one, is there a franchise in the area? If so, they have to be charging high enough prices in order for them to make money and also their franchisee to make money. And also how many cleaning businesses with reviews are there in the area? The more competition, the better, right? Sounds counterintuitive, but the main bottleneck that prevents cleaning companies from growing is the hiring and staffing. Because again, getting the leads and getting the clients is easy, but it's how fast can you hire and staff? And most cleaning companies have to turn down a lot of work. And so just naturally from that, you're going to get a lot of pour over into your business by going into that area because cleaning companies don't know how to staff and recruit quick enough. To answer your question, Randall, the legend himself. Also, what are some of the struggles you face running service businesses in the OC? Probably just cost of living, dude. I mean, really, that's it as far as like employees go and like making sure that they're um getting paid a healthy amount while we're also still profitable. Other than that, I mean, running a business in OC was great. And the fact that California charges ridiculous amounts of state income tax. Other than that, though, I mean, Orange County is a great market. It was really tough at the beginning, I will say, because it was very competitive. Um, but now we're the number one ranked window cleaning business in Orange County. Marrying a Mop, I don't know what it was. We just ripped it with Marrying a Mop, and we don't even run any ads anymore. It's all organic, and we're at just under 200K on the year so far. So we're looking to just under double what we did last year. And I don't do anything with that business. It's all my mom's. Do you recommend buying vans? No. You hire contractors who already have the vehicles and the equipment and all that. So you save money buying the vans. Take it from my experience. I've bought in 3 trucks at Orange Window Cleaning, and we were buying them back to back to back. So we would get a bunch of profit. We would deploy that profit into a truck, buy all the equipment, wrap it, and then do it again and again and again. And that affects, obviously like your take home. And we were broke, and so it was kind of a fine balance of like, okay, how do we pay ourselves, and also how do we grow the business? Using contractors just gets rid of that whole problem. I would say any major metro black in the U.S. or Canada will be okay, right? As long as it's 50,000 or more. I mean, I've seen clients in HSA in 30,000 or more. Metros go up to 30-40K a month pretty quickly. You'd be surprised. My Slack is just my name, Legend. What's your name? Just go to your Slack channel and whichever one your coach is in, and then click my name and send me a message. What else we got going on, guys? We got 16 people in here. We got up to 20 at one point. This is awesome. I'm gonna send you guys a link too. Hosting a free masterclass tonight. How to start one of these businesses, how to scale it, how to grow it, completely free. I'll give you a bunch of free stuff too on the call, just for showing up. So you can secure your spot with this link right here. And it's at 4 p.m. Pacific. So in about an hour and 19 minutes, I'll be going live. Oh, I'm sorry, Zach. Do you charge by the hour or the job? What is your average home cleaning basic? My wife charges $40 an hour. Yeah, the rule of thumb for pricing is you're going to want to be charging anywhere between you think with your cleaners in mind, right? You want to pay your cleaners a livable wage, right? $25 to $35 an hour. And so knowing that, it's easy to reverse engineer the pricing. So anywhere between 50 to 70 is usually good in most markets. But you charge by the job, so you reverse engineer basically how big the job is, and then you price it out that way. Average home cleaning basic at Marion Mops about $220, $250, something like that. My mom charges ridiculous prices. Do you love what you do? Absolutely, I love what I do, man. I mean, it's an awesome. I like to say I run a win-win-win business. And why I say win-win-win is because our clients win because they get to build a business that's actually sustainable, that actually cash flows, that has real enterprise value, where they learn all the core skills of business, sales, marketing, hiring, operations, finance, and that they can then take into any other business endeavors they want to go on. And a lot of them end up building a side hustle that makes them an extra 1, 2, 5, 10K a month, 20K, 30K a month. Some clients, people leave their jobs. And I get to see the transformations in real time. Not only that, but also the employees that work here love it. Joey can attest to that. Joey just bought a brand new Kia, and we were able to snipe him from a design agency in Kansas. So that's been awesome. And then we win because I mean you get to see both of those things happen, right? You get to have a team that loves to do what they do, and then you have just an army of clients who you love to work with and who are winning and making money. And there's nothing better than jumping on those calls and hearing everybody's wins. Do you normally pay contractor Zelle? You could do it through Stripe. You could do it through Stripe, and that's integrated with Booking Koala, and you can set it up to where as soon as you take a payment in, you can make it split in whatever percentage you want it to. And so say it's 60-40, you can send 40% to the cleaners and you keep 60, right, automatically. So they get paid out all the time. If you book 3 cleanings with us, the 4th is free. No, it's not. You don't want to be giving, if I'm going to give a free cleaning, it's got to be like 10 cleans. Well, and also ask yourself, what problem are you solving with that? Like, are you having trouble with recurring? Look at your cleaner roster and see if there's anyone that's giving you an outsized amount of recurring. How do you approximate the job cost? So Josh, you're going to want to, I was just saying earlier, you're paying your cleaners anywhere between $25 to $35 an hour is what it breaks out to when you pay them about 40 to 45% of the job. So knowing that, you want to charge double. So anywhere between $50 to $70 an hour. And what you can do is call a bunch of local competitors in your area, get their pricing, and charge towards the higher end of it. I charge on a square foot basis. What's the typical duration of a clean? I mean, it just depends on the size of the home, Zach. I mean, it can be a 6,000 square foot all day thing, or it can be a construction cleanup. Yeah, it just depends. That was Stripe. Yeah. That was Stripe, and that integrates with Booking Koala, so that comes as a feature in Booking Koala. Here, Zach, go to this website, and you can see all of our pricing here. Just click book a cleaning, and you can start to play with it and get all of our pricing. There you go. Do you make money off of Booking Koala? And I don't have like an affiliate link in here or anything, not off the content. When somebody comes in and joins Home Service Academy, we make, I think, they give us like $20 one time per customer. It's actually not that great of an affiliate deal. But the cool thing is we have this thing with them. Why I'm not trying to talk crap. I love Booking Koala, but when they when someone joins Home Service Academy, you actually get like a setup, an onboarding call with them, and so their team will just do that as being an HSA client, which is kind of cool. And they'll set your whole booking call up the way we want you to set it up, the way that we know works and is optimized with our pricing. So kind of cool. No, Josh, you can just go on Zillow for any address, dude, and pull the square footage. So as an example, like if you were to call me for a clean, I would say, hey, Josh, thanks for calling, blah, 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 blah. What's the address? Give me the address. And then I'm Googling it and I'm seeing what the square footage is after I ask you what the square footage is to make sure you're not bullshitting me. Cold calling script for calling realtors. I have one actually. Let me get it for you. That's a good question, Joey. Who is coming to the live training at 7 p.m. East? It's gonna be good. I'm finding that cold call script for you. One sec. I'll send you guys the cold call script. I actually don't want to send you this one because this one seems weak. There's an updated one somewhere. We have so many like SOPs in this database. I'll send it. I just asked the team to send it to me, the updated one. So they'll Slack it to me soon, and then I'll put it in here for you guys. So just give me a sec. I'll send it. Well, it's all trial and tribulation, Zach. I severely underbid my first move out clean of 4,000 square foot house, thinking 3 hour job turn 3 hour job turned into 12. Yeah, I mean, dude, you can't be scared to make mistakes because like that's how you learn, right? There's so many chops I underpriced when I was starting out. Even 3, 4, 5 years into the business, I was still mispricing jobs. Like it happens. It's okay. Yeah, your wife is definitely undercharging, Zach. One question I'm curious about: why are so many people in this industry selling their businesses and doing courses instead of continuing with the business? I'll be completely transparent with you, Dan. Most people, we were the first ones to launch remote cleaning, right? And so we were the first ones to do it. And now there's a ton that are doing it, and they all came through Home Service Academy originally, which is the funny part. Um, and what they think is that they think the grass is greener selling courses. And if you want to sell a course that doesn't really provide value and you're not doing one-on-one coaching and you're not incurring costs by hiring actual solid quality coaches that are going to provide a good service to you and make sure you get a result, yeah, you can make some good money doing it, but you're going to get refunds, you're going to get chargebacks, right? And then not only that, but what they don't understand is you have to spend a lot on marketing. And if you don't have a way to extend the lifetime value of your customer by providing them more stuff, well, then you're just going to constantly be having to sell people every month into your course or program in order to cover your costs. And so it's actually a very difficult business. And at times, Home Service Academy has actually struggled because we didn't have a way for to extend LTV. And then we created a back end. And the back end, in my opinion, was the real thing I want to grow, because the back end is what's getting such insane results. And we've gotten people to 100K a month. And so looking back, though, it's kind of funny. Like, if I were to continue to run the window cleaning business, it would be so probably much better off than starting from scratch and building a whole new business again, like I did with Home Service Academy. But knowing what I know now, I'm the type of guy that we're 3 years in Home Service Academy. I'm going to run this business for as long as humanly possible. I'm thinking 5, 10 years because it's providing us with a lot of opportunity, right? And so something we're doing right now is we're going to start buying our students' cleaning companies. And so we're going to announce our first acquisition this week. And the whole idea is, over the last 2.5 years, we've created over $20 million of revenue within our system. And so that's all potential revenue that we can acquire from people that we helped coach that have built the business the way that we've wanted it to be built. Hope that answers your question, Dan. Long story short, I just ramble a lot, but people think the grass is greener selling courses, and it's not. At least if you want to actually scale a course and build a team, like we've got 20 full-time employees at Home Service Academy. It's a decent sized business. You'll tell me how much your system is. It all just depends. We have lots of different options. I would say the best piece of advice I could give to you, Dan, is come to the live training tonight at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. East. I'll show you how to build a business for free, and I'll give you a bunch of free freebies on top of that so that you can build your business. And then I'll also talk a little bit about what we do. What percent of the people that call or in separate come to your website actually get a clean? I would say it's not something I really measure, to be honest. About a percentage of people that call, it's gonna 40 to 60%. People that visit your website's tough. Because it depends where you're driving traffic from, if it's organic, if it's not. Casper, yeah, I'm a big fan of advertising the referral agency, no matter the state you're in, just to abide by contractor law. And that's what we teach in Home Service Academy. So yeah, it's stuff that people who do courses and stuff, Dan, they don't tell you that stuff, man. Like running a course business at scale The way with where we have a whole coaching team, we have a big sales team, we have a marketing team. Joey's our content director, right? Like we have editors in house. That's all a lot of fixed cost that's riding on the business, right? And so we have to make sure we get people results in order to get them into Accelerator so that we can work with them on a continued over a long enough time horizon to where we can actually then go and buy their business. And so it all kind of fuels it. And it's very difficult business to actually get to scale because most people, it's why you see people who sell courses go broke and have to start from scratch over and over again in new different offers. You might see a guy who's like, hey, I'm doing drop shipping for a year or two, and then you'll see him come out and now he's slinging in some type of NFT course. It's because he got stuck in he caught a wave, ran the wave up, and then realized people didn't want it anymore. And the people that bought his stuff the first time aren't happy with it because he likely made false claims or unrealistic claims that he couldn't deliver on. And then now he's like, well, shoot, now I have to go and start a new thing. Yeah, here you go. I'll put the link right now. I'm probably going to end this here, guys. I've been talking for 40 minutes or so. I'm going to paste the link one more time while everyone's here. Click the link. Come to the free training. It's live. It's 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to get some water. My throat's a little dry, and I'm about to be talking for another whole hour at 4 p.m. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to start one of these. So just click the link. Save your spot, guys, and I hope to see you there. And when we get into the live, if you were here, say I came from the YouTube so I can shout you guys out. Joey will be in there too, so he can answer some questions for you. But yeah, guys, click the link. I'll leave it open for a little bit. I appreciate everyone's time. I hope you got some value out of this. And if you're interested in building a cleaning company and you're not subscribed yet, hit subscribe and comment any questions you have and come to the live training tonight, guys. Let's make some freaking money together. All right, everyone have a wonderful day. Thank you all for coming. Peace.